Hi there, this is Adam Davidson, owner of Dental Digital. I recently posted on LinkedIn the following post you can see here in the background about a client of mine, Paul Devine, who I recently visited in person in Scotland at his dental practice. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because we have brought Paul such a huge result in regards to his implant advertising. So Paul came to me around 6 months ago and he wanted more full arch, more single implant cases coming into his practice on a regular basis. He had room to grow. So I come on board and I implemented something I call the implant method on Facebook to generate a consistent flow of high quality inquiries to his practice. Now, upon my visit last Friday, so it's currently only Wednesday, so literally recently I actually visited him and the team in person, we found out that he's made over £300,000 in new implant revenue from single implant cases to full arches and very high-end implant cases just through Facebook alone. This is on top of what he was already doing. So he's already quite successful with implants anyway, but he's added on an extra £300,000 in revenue in the space of 6 months just for a simple Facebook campaign for implants in his area. Now, he has only spent £10,000 on Facebook over the last 6 months, so it's not a huge amount of ad spend to achieve this. So it's an over 30 times, there's only over a 30 ROAS on his ad spend. So for every £1 he spends, he's essentially seen £30 back in return. So in this video, I'm going to show you, if you own a practice and you're in a position where you can take on new dental implant patients and you would like to achieve the same result and similar results to Paul, give this video a listen. I'm going to show you the fundamentals as to exactly how I have done this for Paul and for many others in that fact. This is not an uncommon result. If you follow this strategy, you can achieve the same thing. Okay, so let me just walk you through a bird's eye point of view of exactly how I done this. And I won't go too much in depth on each and every step. I'm just going to go over the main points and the fundamentals in which you will need if you want to achieve a similar result. So like I said, I call this the implant method, and it's a way of generating consistent high quality implant patients to the practice. And the key word there is high quality. Okay, a lot of practices advertise on social media. A lot of them try marketing for different treatments, but a lot of them struggle to get actual quality of people coming through, people who are actually interested in the treatment. And it's one of the main issues that dentists face, and therefore they're not very successful when it comes to advertising. Now, there is ways to get a consistent flow of quality people. So let me just show you what the first thing is that you will need to do. First step, if you want more implant patients coming in this year, again, at a similar rate and you want to achieve similar numbers, the first thing you need to do is you need to look at your local area and the practices around you, and you need to come up with an enticing offer to get these people through the door. Okay, so for implants specifically, usually that's like a free consultation so that people can actually come into the practice and visit the practice, because when you're advertising online, you're reaching hundreds of thousands of people who have never been to the practice before. So it's important that you offer something for them to come in. Otherwise, why would they pay money to come to you? They've never been to you before. They have no trust built. So the point of a free consultation is to get people to turn up to the clinic, so then you can sell them on how good you are as a practice once they're in. So a free consultation is usually a standard offer that you would need. If you want to go further than that, you can add the scan price. So for example, with implants, you can add the CBCT scan. The price of that scan you can deduct towards treatment price. So you can have the person still pay for the scan so they don't run off with the scan. That price will come off of the treatment price itself. So technically they're actually getting that for free. And then that makes your offer a lot more valuable, because advertising is a lot of it's about the offer, getting that initial interest. And if you can win that game, and if you can look at what your competition's doing, you can beat what they're doing, or at least do the best that you can do, you will win the game of advertising. Okay, you will bring in so many new people to the practice, because so many practices are way too stubborn and they don't want to do anything when it comes to promoting their services. But they must understand, and if you're one of those, you must understand that when you're reaching brand new people, they don't have that trust built with you. They don't know who you are. You need to get them through the door initially. And that's why even the biggest companies across the world have offers, even the most credible ones. So if you want to go further in your offer, this is what I would suggest: a free consult, free scan included against or deducted towards treatment price. But you also want to give an adjusted cost on your implant. So if you offer single implants for £3,500, you might want to knock it down to £3,000 or whatever it is that you can do for a limited time offer for a number of people. This is what makes your offers attractive. Now, in Paul's case, he was offering full arches and he had a full arch offer. Okay, and it is a very attractive offer in his area. Therefore, the campaign attracts a lot of attention. So that's the first thing you need. Now, once you've come up with your offer, you're then going to use Facebook ads to promote that offer to the public. Facebook ads is one of the best things you can do, because first of all, there's more of a serious audience on Facebook ads, on Facebook. Okay, rather than Instagram, especially for implants. You can reach older people who are typically more serious. On top of that, it's not like Google, where if you advertise on Google, yes, it can work very well, but you're competing with others. And basically what it is when people are searching for implants, let's say in your area on Google, you're going to be amongst others who are also actually advertising for implants. Although that's fine, it means that the person is in a they're in a shopping state of mind. They've most likely inquired with you and others as well at the same time. Obviously, that can all be very good, because if your offer beats the other person, or if you're just a better salesperson than them, and obviously you'll win that business. But they still are in a shopping mindset. On Facebook, because you're reaching the masses of people, so they might not necessarily be searching for it, but they may be in the market for it or thought about it. When you reach the masses of people with a good offer, you are the only one they recognize for that. So when they inquire with you, if you do it correctly, typically speaking, they're very interested, because they're not so much shopping around. They're inquiring with you for what they've just seen. So that's why Facebook ads are very, very good if you get this right. Now, the third thing you need to do is, and this is across the whole of your marketing strategy, is you need to be transparent. So when you come up with an offer on what it is that you're offering, okay, and you've got, let's say, an adjusted price on your implants, which I would definitely recommend, you want to showcase that price. You want to showcase in the most transparent way possible what your offer actually is, because this will mean that people will understand what they're actually inquiring for before they even inquire with you, meaning that it's going to get rid of a lot of time wasters, okay? Because you're going to get in front of people who inquire, but once they've already inquired, they've already read the information, they already understand very, very clearly what it is you're offering. So that's the first step. Good offer, a good Facebook advert to showcase that offer to the public, and transparency at the same time to make sure these people know what they're actually inquiring for. Now, the second thing is this. Once someone clicks on the advert in your area, because you're going to be reaching hundreds of thousands, and if your offer's good and your advert's good and attractive, loads of people are going to be clicking on it. You then need to send people to what I call a landing page. Okay, now a landing page is not your website. It's a separate page that you will need to get designed, okay, and for example, I design it for my clients, that showcases even further exactly what that offer is and what the pricing is. Because we're going for quality. I want people at the practices that I work with, I only want people inquiring once they know what the price is of the treatment, or at least a ballpark figure of what the price is. Meaning, if someone fills in their information having acknowledged that person's definitely interested in treatment. It would then just be a case of getting them booked in and actually building the trust with the person. On these landing pages, you can showcase the exact offer that you're offering, the pricing, and also other stuff as well. So testimonials, before and afters on the treatment, how the actual implant treatment works, for example, and the process at your practice in particular. So this is very important to have on a landing page. I'll just show you some examples here. I'll only show you certain parts of these landing pages. These are real clients of mine. So this, for example, is a practice that I'm working with who offer obviously singles, multiple teeth, and also full arch teeth. But you can see here they've actually got their full pricing guide underneath, and they've also got an all-on-4 full arch pricing on the landing page. And there's a lot more information on this landing page as well, okay, because it showcases everything about who they are and what they do. But one of the main things is having the pricing on here. So again, once the person hits this page and they fill in their information, because there's a form at the top of the page, just to show you another example as well. This is, for example, how a form would look at the top of the page. It's another offer a practice is offering. You can see here that they will literally fill in the form, okay, and once they fill in that form, they then become an official lead. But at that point, they've already acknowledged everything. You don't need to worry about, are they shopping around? Are they going to be asking about price? No, because you've come up with a good, attractive offer, and you've framed the whole thing to be based around that price point and that offer, that when they're inquiring for that offer. So they know what they're coming in for. So that's what you need, right? Now, once you've got that, okay, you then need to effectively have an effective team on the back end. So these people are going to fill their information in on these pages. Okay, now once they've filled their information in, you know they're as qualified as they can be. Once again, if someone actually acknowledges pricing, that person's qualified. Maybe medically they might not be, but you only know that once they come in. But most of the time, these people are qualified. That means you're going to get a consistent flow of inquiries coming through day in, day out of people who you know have acknowledged all the information. So what you need is you need a good either reception team or a TCO, someone who you can give the task to actually contact the leads. Okay, contact these people to book them in, because this is a big part of it. Oftentimes these people won't book their own slots, typically because you require a deposit. And that's one thing I would definitely recommend that you take, is a reservation fee of £20 to £25 to actually make sure people turn up, which you can see here is point number 3, reservation fee to stop no-shows. However, people typically won't do that online before they've spoken to anyone. They want to know it's an actual real practice, because again, you're reaching people who's probably never even heard of you. So that's why you want someone there calling them and speaking to them on the phone then they can take the deposit over the phone. But you need to have someone who's obviously not so much good at that, it's probably the wrong word, but someone who knows what they're doing. Now, that is the second point, which is they need to have an effective follow-up method, which is something that I teach teams who I work with. I've worked with some of the biggest practices across the UK, and I know what some of the most successful practices are doing internally to get a lot of their new inquiries booked in. And there is a certain method to follow. It's a very simple one, but it's a very effective one. So if you've got someone who, a TCO, for example, who is happy to call and contact these inquiries, and they follow the right effective, simple method, but effective method, you're going to be getting hold of a lot of these inquiries. You'll get hold of most of them, and you'll be able to book a lot of those people in. You'll be aiming for 50% bookings at least. Obviously, once once you've done that, that is the system completed, because then the person comes in for the consultation. And again, because they're turning up knowing the price, they know the price already, you're going to be able to get a lot of these people going ahead with treatment, typically upwards again of 50, 60, 70%. I've even got some practices that have booked in every consultation that they've seen in a short period of time, because again, they're coming in really with only a few last hurdles or objections in their mind with regards to, do they actually like the practice? Do they like the field? Do they like what you're telling them? Now that's down to you, but I'm sure you're very good at that. Once they come in, you know that they're ready to go ahead. You just need to push them over the edge. And that's how you can see massive implant cases coming in. For example, like Paul. If you generate 30 to 35 new inquiries every single month with such strategy, you book in 50%, around 15 per month. And then let's say, for example, you convert another 50%, let's just call it 7 new patients per month for high-end full arch cases or implant cases, results in multiple tens of thousands. I've had it where practices have made over 80,000 in the space of a month or two just by advertising, because the return on implants is so great. But it comes from this simple method. I'll end the video here. If you want to know exactly how you can do it for your practice, obviously there are specifics within each point that I can show you, and there may be some differences in your area. As to how you want to stand out specifically in your area. Get in contact with me. You can shoot me an email, send me a message on LinkedIn, whatever you want. Just get in touch with me through Facebook. My links are in the comments or in the description of this video. So get in touch with me. We can arrange a call together, and I can go over an exact strategy for you once I know exactly what your goals are and where you're based. Okay, so I hope this helped, and hopefully we'll speak soon. Thank you.